Now, I want to make this video because I've seen many complaints on Wuthering Waves' character designs. Well, not exactly the designs, but the color palette of the designs, right? Hoyo shills, okay, that comes off as too toxic. Hoyo stands and Hoyo enjoyers love to say that Wuwa designs are mid and aren't anywhere near as, what should I say, like alive. And I don't think these people understand that we're in the middle of like an apocalyptic world. So like nobody has like these shining, super bright, saturated colors. But I wanted to bring this topic up because I think I've realized exactly why they think this way. So I actually realized this literally the first day I played this game. I noticed it because people were complaining on Twitter. I'm like, what exactly is making people dislike Wua's character outfits design so much compared to Hoyo's? Because I really couldn't understand it, and I also thought there's something about these outfit designs that is a bit off, not in a bad way, but in a way that I wasn't used to because I came from Hoyo's games. And I realized that after looking through character after character after character, I looked at Verena and I was like, wait, this kind of reminds me of a Hoyo design. Why is that? Why does this remind me of a Hoyo design? And it's a very simple answer. You'll notice that almost every character in this game has a lot of black. Like a good significant portion of their outfit is just straight up black. And I think this is what throws people off so much, is if you look at Genshin character designs, they have way less black, right? And when they do have black, they're usually like saturated blacks. Like you can tell it's a different color still, so it still comes off as very saturated and bright, and you can tell the color. But in this game, the colors are a lot less saturated and there's a lot more black in the outfit design. And I realized, like, oh, so this is likely why people are complaining, right? I'm not completely sure. Maybe some other people have more nitpicky things about the design, but I genuinely think the general reason why people don't favor Wuwa's designs coming from Hoyo games is that they are less colorful, right? They're less colorful, they're less bright, they're less, well, I already said less colorful. It's the same as less saturated, and they have a lot more black implemented into them, right? It's just something I noticed, and I think it's such a stupid complaint though, because like you need to understand that these are different worlds, right? Like Hoyo is like this amazing fantasy world where you go on adventures and get your superpowers, and while Wua's story is similar, the actual like world surrounding it isn't, right? Like from what we know, the rover has been here before and he like lost his memories from who knows what, right? But he's like this really strong dude, but it seems like an apocalypse happened in this game. And so these outer regions, which is what we're in right now, I believe the main city is called like Huanglong right now. This is only like one city outside of the main actual like meat and potatoes of the story, like the main region. And this city has just been ravaged by the apocalypse, right? So there's only like a little bit left, right? Like these are the outskirts. There's only a few people, like a few groups of people. The city isn't that huge or bustling with life, right? And I think the characters actually greatly reflect that. And at first, I will admit it, when I first started Wuwa, I thought the designs were worse because I simply wasn't used to it, right? I was so used to Hoyo games and the extremely saturated and colored palettes that I was like, you know, they're good, but I wouldn't put them over Hoyo's. But with the recent releases of Changli and Jinshi, my mind's completely changed, right? Now, sure, I guess my mind didn't completely change because I still think some of the outfit designs aren't as cool as Hoyo's, right? But I still think for Changli and Jinshi in specific, there's not a single person's design in Genshin that I'd take over Jinshi or Changli. I think the only one is Sino. And it's because I'm a lot of you don't know this, right? When I was a kid, the main mythology that I used to delve into and like read books about was Egyptian mythology. And Sino has like this Anubis outfit design that I just find badass, right? I've always found the Egyptian mythological gods really, really badass. Same with the Greek ones. And it's like, so I just don't care that much about Genshin designs anymore, other than Sino. As for Honkai Star Rail, I think I can't say the same for Honkai Star Rail, right? Because I think especially when it comes to men, Aventurine clears anyone in this game like easily for me, right? Jing Yuan as well. I think HSR has some of the best designs ever in gacha, but it's ruined by the fucking power creep in that game. But anyways, I would say Aventurine and Jing Yuan for the men. And then for the woman, I'd say Acheron. Yeah, Acheron's the only one. So, in Genshin, there's one character I like better than Wuthering Waves. And in Honkai Star Rail, there's 3. And, you know, that's not a good sign for them. Because you need to understand, HSR is going into 2.4 now. And Genshin is in like 4 point something. Wuwa is still in 1.1. Right? Like, the only limited 5-star dude we've had so far was Jian. And Zhang Liao is going to be free. So, I know a lot of people call Zhang Liao a 4-star. I still don't believe that. I believe his outfit design is the best in terms of portraying his abilities and like his personality as a whole. But I have confidence in Kuro that the further down we get in the game, the more and more sick the designs are going to be for the dudes and the girls, right? Like, if you look at PGR, please look at PGR designs, right? You don't even have to play the game. Just look at the designs for some of the villains and the characters. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. If they even implemented like a fraction of that level into Wuwa, I know it would go crazy, man. Like, Alpha, oh my god. I hope they add her for the anniversary of this game, because it'd just be so fucking badass, right? So, yeah, I mean, just a quick video on my opinion on why people think the designs of Wuwa are bland, when I think there's a charm to it. I don't think they're bland. They're just not as colorful and as bro, why is my game lagging? As colorful or as saturated as HoYoverse, right? I make this argument often, but people need to understand, just because you've had this one experience with one thing doesn't mean the other thing is it's to the extreme, right? I mentioned this with Jinshi and Wuwa, where while it is different, the concept is the same, right? Where Jian has the easiest kit in the entire game, and so people were like, well, yeah, Jinshi's the strongest DPS, but Jian is the easiest DPS. And it's like, just because Jian is the easiest doesn't mean that Jinshi is difficult, right? And then for this, I mean to say, to translate it, right? Just because Genshin's designs are the most colorful and bright doesn't mean that Wuwas are bad, right? Or that they're desaturated or bland. Like, that's not how it works, right? I think we just weren't used to it, because Hoyo had like this monopoly on gacha games for so long, and so we were so used to all of their designs and the way they did designs. So when we were met with a different standard for design, we were a bit taken aback, I'd like to say. But overall, I think after playing Wuwa longer, I definitely do prefer Wuwa's designs a lot more. I also think because of the fact that it's on Unreal Engine 4 and this game has significantly better graphics and character models, everything pops more and looks significantly more beautiful, especially when you're in the light like this, right? Like, I think, like, just look how beautiful this game is, man. Look at the outfit design, the character animations. I find it so much more... Ooh. I find it so much more satisfying and just beautiful in general than games like Genshin or Honkai Star Rail, right? And that's not technically Genshin or Honkai Star Rail's fault, right? But I still hold the same opinion for the ZZZ characters. In fact, I think the ZZZ characters have some of the least detailed and interesting characters slash models of any of Hoyo's games. Like, I hate to say it, but for me, that's the truth, right? For others, it may be different, but I just found the ZZZ characters bland for some reason. I really don't know why, I just did, right? Yes, I know it's 1.0, but guess what? Wu was also on 1.1 and 1.0, so, you know, it's the same shit, really, right? So it's actually pretty nice to compare them. And yes, I'm aware both of them are an open world, but I'm talking about in combat, right? Like, just in general, when you're actually able to see your characters. I just didn't like ZZZ that much, right? Probably because I was so stressed out about the fucking TVs, but, you know, that's a thing in itself, right? There's nothing I can really do about that, right? So yeah, quick video on my thoughts on why people blindly hate Wua's outfit design. Why I used to actually think the same as them when I first started the game, and why it simply isn't true. And it, honestly, I truly believe that it's just because of Hoyo bias, and we were all too used to Hoyo's designs. Hope you all have a good day. Hope you all have a great night. Peace.